Let's Go 360. I'm here with my friend David, and as you see, we're going to look at his, it's a Tesla Plaid. I know it's all wrapped here, and Earnhardt Sr., it's exactly how his car looked when he was racing it there in NASCAR. You know, I had to wear my Bush, because I'm a rowdy fan.
I've got all my 3 stuff in the car.
Hey, you got the big 3 on the side here, so I'm going to let David explain his awesome Tesla.
Yeah, so it's a 2021 black Tesla Plaid. It's the fastest production car there is right now. 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty insane. But so we got the car. It was all black, and I was going to Circuit of the Americas to see a NASCAR race, and I'm like, man, I just can't show up with a black car. So I've always loved Earnhardt Sr. So we decided to just do it right after one of his cars, and it's all just like it was back when he won the Opryland race. But yeah, it's these are 19-inch wheels. I just got the stock wheels because they're kind of heavy, so we're eventually going to change those out. But actually, you could take these hubcaps off, and there is a decent spoke wheel. Okay. You just got to get a new center cap. So there's some storage space up front. What I really like is there's no spare, oddly enough, in these cars, but I mean, look at that.
Got a huge trunk.
Huge trunk. Yeah. Plus, you've got all this down in here. I got all kinds of stuff. You can fit a cooler down in here.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So you have that, and that also will fold down if you want it to. There's the car back.
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
But yeah, you can see it's got the nice back seat. Also, for the rear, it's got a monitor there. Kids can watch Hulu,
oh, that's cool.
Netflix, what have you.
Yeah, I'll just swing on in here and meet you inside.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing I noticed I like is that you actually have a full bench seat back there. It's not a split. You know, like I got in a Porsche Taycan.
Yeah.
And it's cool that it's a 4-door, but it's just, I don't like the fact that it has that center console splitting the seat, so you can only have a total of 4 people.
Yeah.
Whereas this.
Yeah, it is nice. So these seats, the knock on Tesla in the past was, you know, kind of cheaply done, cheaper interior, but they really did a lot to update the interior. Now you have carbon here, but I don't know, what do you think of these seats? These seats are actually pretty comfortable.
It's actually really nice.
I just drove it all the way across the country, and I generally have like back problems, but I mean, I had no problems whatsoever. Here's a cool thing too, is for your, if you want to charge your iPhone, all you do is stick it right there, and it charges.
I might have to take advantage of that myself.
Which is, you know, it's a small thing, but, you know, just think about it. You never need to have to worry about a cord and what to do, right? You got 2 drink carriers here. I drink a lot of coffee, so this is great. You push these, and you got something there.
Yeah, this is storage.
You got this whole storage area down here, and this is what I like too. These cars are fast, right? So you got, if you don't have a built-in radar detector, you have a plug right here, which is great.
Oh, okay.
So close that up, and you have plenty of
oh yeah, this is
power. And also, so if you want to power more stuff, there's another outlet right here. So you've got more than enough charging outlets.
Get the holes.
Yeah, this is all glass. We tinted it because if you don't tint it, it's pretty hot in Florida.
Oh yeah.
And this is this is unique to the Plaid too. It's got the yoke fighter jet style steering wheel, if you will, and you got all your controls on here. Obviously your lights, horn. We programmed that to La Cucaracha song because I was on a car rally recently, and they had all these really cool, loud cars, Lamborghinis, and we had nothing. So like, all right, that's the only sound we had. But yeah, and to operate is really cool too. You got this big screen. All you do is press the brake, and you want to go backward. Wow. You want to go forward. You want to park. There you go. The navigation's incredible. You got streaming music. Here's all your controls. This is where you can, now acceleration, you can be in Plaid, that's full blast, right? Sport, and then chill.
Okay.
Chill feels more like, chill, they're all pretty quick actually, but the chill mode feels more like a turbo lag, you know, kind of car, where if you're in Plaid, it's like instant, right? Then you got drag strip mode, how to launch, we're going to do that too.
Oh, nice.
Steering mode I always have in sport. They also have a track mode too to go in rear wheel drive. There's the autopilot if you wanted to use that.
I was going to see if maybe we could switch that on a little bit just to kind of...
Yeah, this one actually doesn't have the full-on system. It just has the steering, which I've never used. So you see the auto steer is still in beta.
Okay, gotcha. That's cool.
That'll be for another episode.
Yeah, no problem.
If they have any upgrades here, you want a premium connectivity.
You got everything just trying to touch your finger. It's cool.
Yeah. To charge, all you do is pull up to a Tesla charger. You push that, it opens the port. It's on the left side. It's built into the light on the side there. Opens up. There's superchargers all over the country. That's no problem. Suspension, if you want to do something there. I always keep it in advanced. I like it, you know, kind of low profile. That's about it. It's super simple. That's the one thing about these cars. They're so easy to operate. You know, like it took us a day, and we pretty much got it all down.
Oh yeah, I love technology. I love learning stuff. Like kind of like self-taught in graphic designs.
Oh,
and
really?
I love kind of making things my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd probably spend days sitting inside this car just toying around with stuff.
You would be, yeah. See, I'm kind of more like basic. I'm like, I don't really get into it. But for a guy like you, you would be in here for days because you can customize. You see, like whenever you take off, you can cut. That's us right there, right?
Yeah.
You can color that to any color you want now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean, there's all kinds of little things.
And like you said, like your horn, I'd be like messing around with so many different beats, tones.
Yeah. You can actually make. It's got a fart mode too. Believe it or not.
My wife would hate that.
Yeah. So every time you hit the horn, it would fart. And there's a video out there too where a grandson was passenger seat. He set his grandfather up to drive, and what he did was every time he put a turn signal on, left or right, the car would fart, and it was kind of a funny video. But
oh no, that's awesome. Yeah, I see. I was at a car gathering a few weekends ago, and a guy had a Tesla, and he wasn't in his car, but he had it like set up to, I think when he pushed the button, it would talk.
Oh wow!
So
yeah.
it was, so as people would walk by, like, hey, how are you doing today? Just kind of like conversational things.
Yeah, that's another thing. The way I have it set up right now too. If say I want to, you can record too with the camera. I have it set up where if I hit the horn, it'll record for the next 10 minutes.
Oh,
so
nice.
Say I'm on a car rally or really beautiful area, hit the horn, and for 10 minutes you get, or you could have it on constantly. So you have I think there's a USB down here where you can download, you know, all your video. It's pretty cool too because I was just out in California and some of the video that I didn't even know I was recording was just phenomenal, right?
That's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of times like, man, I wish I could record as I'm driving, and that's really nice that Tesla thought of that.
So it's kind of basically has an onboard camera system. Also, it has a Sentry mode to where at night, if somebody would walk up to the car, it would start recording right away. So anybody gets close to the car at night, it records. You know, somebody's messing with your car or your house or whatever. You know, you can catch them like that.
That's so cool.
Like I had parked my Porsche in front of my mechanic's house one time, and I got the car back and it had like a scratch on the rear quarter or something. And I'm like, man, I wonder if somebody had hit the car when it's in front of my friend's house. He goes, well, let me check. And he checked his Tesla, and no, nobody had messed with it. So just kind of one of those weird things.
It's so cool having that feature.
Yeah, this is probably well, I guess too if you want to do voice. Like a guy like you, this will be all like.
Oh yeah, this is. My wife
automated.
loves Teslas because she
Yeah.
likes the purely electric and the green and
Oh, cool.
range and stuff like that. So this is, telling her I was going in a Tesla. She was like, "Oh man."
Well, next time you're in Temple Terrace,
Yes.
whenever I'm out there, I can stop in and we'll go for a drive
Well, that'd be awesome.
with
Yeah.
the kids in the car. We took my my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law's husband, 2 weeks ago. They enjoyed it, you know. And until you get in it, you're like, oh, it's kind of a mystery, right? But really, it's fantastic transportation.
Oh yeah, and that's my first time actually in a Tesla. So I'm,
Oh, cool.
just like looking around, and I've been in a lot of other kind of exotics or other cars,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always was like, a lot of the Teslas I see seem so blah, just plain.
Yeah.
But I do love the carbon fiber accents that they put in this, and
Yeah, I think
it's actually the quality is really good. Like I was just messing just with rolling down a window, the button's stiff, but it's smooth, and you
Yeah.
can feel the quality.
It's not too bad. I mean, for a $135,000 car, that's a lot of money. But relatively speaking, you have world-class speed.
Yeah.
And it is comfortable. I think it's worth every bit of $135,000. Now I've been in, Lamborghinis, McLarens that there's some fit and finish is not that
Yeah.
great, right? Like when you close a door, they're not. The fit and finish is decent,
Yeah.
One thing about these Teslas too is the paint's a little soft, so like I just came out from out west where there's more stones in the road, and you get some pitting up, up there. So you need paint protection or what have you up front. But overall, it's an incredible car. So
Oh yeah. I know.
you see the rear view, and the side mirrors are really.
Your screen is
That's what's
so
great.
clean.
Yeah, it's so big.
It's big, but it's like it's high def. Like a lot of screens
right?
are like it's like they put kind of a cheaper
Yeah.
resolution screen.
Yeah.
But, this thing is it's beautiful. It's huge.
Yeah, and what's nice too is I like when you come up to a stoplight, I never ever hardly have to use the brakes in this thing. You just get off the gas. It's more like if you've ever driven a go-kart, not a go-kart, but an electric golf cart. So like whenever you let off the gas, it's kind of like slows down. It's like engine braking. That's what this feels like. You'll see up here. It's actually pretty strong if you haven't been in here for a while. But see, that was just letting off the. I never hit the brakes, so it regenerates itself too.
Oh wow.
It's not a ton, but it was noticeable. I was out in California, and I had like 146. I always have it on how many miles I have left versus percentage.
Yeah.
In case I got to get somewhere. Like if you want to go to a charger, you hit charging, it'll tell you where the closest supercharger is.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so charging. See, here's where they're all at. There's one right back there, 0.1 miles. A lot of the Wawas will have a Tesla supercharger. But anyway, we're going up the hills in Big Bear Mountain. The canyon roads. I went up. I had 146 miles left. I came down. I had 148 because coming down, it regenerated some power. You can see you see how I never hit the brakes. It's just.
Yeah, I was gonna say the camera's not gonna pick it up, but I can see your brake pedal and your foot is nowhere near ever.
So you can see it's more like it's a different way of driving. But it's funny because when I drive that Porsche Turbo S, I always have it like in Sport Plus. It has a lot of. I like engine braking when I'm driving a car, so I love it. My wife now, takes a lot of time to get used to it because she likes to coast up to a stop, right?
Yeah.
Where me, I'm kind of like I get there and stop, not hard, but
Yeah, I'm a coaster as well, so this here would be like.
it takes some getting used to.
Let's go. Let's get to the light.
Supposedly you can dial that down.
Okay.
I haven't checked into it though.
I mean, it fits what you want to do perfectly. It seems like so.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's just
Also, too, these cars are heavy, right? So that's one of the weak links as far as if you're going to go to a track day and go hardcore, you probably have to upgrade the brakes. Because it's so heavy, you stop this car all day long. It's so fast, so heavy. But with the regenerative braking, I don't have to use the brakes that much. So I'm conscious of that, right? Keep the brakes as cool as possible.
Oh yeah, it'd be so weird going from this and then getting inside your Porsche that just screams.
It's so crazy. You hear how quiet it is, right? I mean,
yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing.
I'd imagine that when we get going faster, it probably just hums. It's probably what you hear, maybe a slight humming sound.
You don't really hear anything, to tell you the
wow.
truth. Now, if you're outside, you would hear a little bit, but
That's serious, because I was in when the Porsche Taycan first came out, I went to the Porsche of Tampa, and one of their salesmen took me for a little test drive. And when he got on it, we got up to about 100, and you could just hear, you could hear a hum, and that was it. I mean, it was.
Well, you have
crazy.
to tell me that, because I haven't really noticed anything yet.
Yeah.
I know the Taycan 2 is like, this is a lot faster than that.
Yeah.
But that interior of the Taycan is just that's luxurious.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're talking $100,000 more too.
Exactly.
You know, I think I paid $135 for this, a brand new. My buddy just got a brand new Taycan. He spent like $240.
So he's got a Turbo S then.
Yeah, that was with every option possible. Now you can get them for maybe a little less than. Yeah, this is nice out here, right?
Yeah, because you can get into, I think, kind of the basic level of the Taycan or the Taken, however, for like 180s to 200, but then you go to the Turbo S's, and as you're saying, I mean 240 with everything.
Yeah, he got like ridiculous, like custom stitching and all that craziness, but
it's for the price, this thing, as we were talking, like even the McLarens, the high-end Ferraris, they don't touch this thing on the performance.
It's not even close.
Which is crazy.
It's insane, man.
You know, and everybody, you know, like most Americans or just, well, not even just the Americans, the Europeans, you know, they like the engine sounds, about the performance.
Yeah.
And I was looking up like the Bugatti Chiron 0 to 60 is like 2.4.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking multi-million-dollar car with the W16 engine.
Yeah, it's crazy. The straight line acceleration is just ridiculous.
Man, plus you're doing it in a 4-car, 5-person.
Yeah, you can have four people in here, right? Comfortably. A full trunk of stuff, and also, you know, you're never worrying about, like, when I'm driving that Porsche around and stuff and you're hitting it hard all day, you're looking at engine temps and everything else, and this, it just doesn't matter. You just get in and go.
Do you ever worry about battery temperature?
I never have. I don't know anything about, like, that's good or bad, but
I mean, if you've never had any notice or any issues.
They said the only people that when it gets too cold, people have had issues up north. But down here in the heat, I haven't heard anybody have any battery issues at all. You'll see, in fact, when we put it in to launch it, takes it, I think, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to they heat the batteries up, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's really neat. I was also wondering, because, you know, with gas motors, you know, you can supercharge, you can turbo them. Do you know with, like, Teslas, is there a way to, like, is there a way to enhance the chip or the performance, you know, with the electrical?
Not that I know of right now. Not on the Plaid. There may have been some upgrades to some of the other models, you know. But rumor is if they wanted to upgrade this, they could make it faster, but I don't know. But it seems like to go faster in these right now, everybody's about saving weight. So, you know, you go to lighter wheels and lighter brakes, and then, you know, that's your rotating mass too. So that's an improvement. You know, maybe 0.2 in the quarter mile, maybe. You know, there's other people who are taking interiors out, taking seats out, taking the rear out, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the real light wheels and then ceramic brakes later this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, but as you're saying, I mean, this car is already crazy enough as it is. I mean, you know, I was looking up the numbers. It's like, what, it's like 1,020 horse, 1,050 torque.
Yeah.
I mean, people that have a truck would love to have 1,000 torque. I mean, this thing could pull a boat.
That's just it. You know, it'd be interesting. If I was, yeah.
I mean, you could pull a yacht with this thing, actually. I mean, this thing...
Yeah, it would be really cool to do some crazy stuff like that. I think also, too, if you could put the right tires on it, even lift it a little bit, it would be pretty radical off-road, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, my wife, we were looking at that...
Hummer?
No, well, the Hummer's sick, but the Tesla, the Cybertruck.
Oh yeah, I got one. I put my name in to order one, so that's gonna be radical too, man. We'll do a
Yeah,
we
for
can
sure.
do that too.
The Hummer's sick.
Yeah,
I like their sense of humor that they do with the Hummer when you put it in the extreme mode. It's like the WTF.
yeah,
So I love the Chevrolet people have a sense of humor.
that's really cool. Well, you know, you'll see too whenever we launch it, the screen lights up like, you know, Elon Musk is he loves the movie Spaceballs.
Okay.
You know, Spaceballs, whenever the rocket ship takes off, the screen lights up. Well, that's you see the badging on this car as a special badge.
Yeah,
It's
that's
got
what I was
the
wondering.
Spaceball. This
Okay.
will light up like Spaceballs too.
They're jamming us.
Yeah,
What kind? What was it? It's grape
yeah,
or something. But yeah, Spaceballs is it's one of my favorite of all time too.
yeah. It's nice when they throw a little sense of humor in there. Like the last model, when it had ludicrous mode. That's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, it's
Also, also whenever you go into launch mode, it goes into it's called cheetah stance. I guess just all these cool little features, you know.
I guess it like lowers down kind of a cheetah.
Yeah,
I
it kind of
guess.
gets into a stand, even lower, to launch.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And you can, like, when you get on it too, you can feel the front end come up a little bit. Like it's not coming off the ground, but it's definitely got some horsepower.
Oh yeah, it's also because I mean it doesn't have really much of a spoiler whatsoever. So I
No,
mean,
it just had lip right there.
So I'd imagine some people are maybe thinking of putting some different kind of aftermarket spoiler
All
if you
kinds
need
of stuff.
to.
Yeah. Well, I was at Pikes Peak last year when they had the Plaid there. It had a big old giant wing on there. It was really cool looking.
Yeah, it's because I was in a 765, the LT,
That's
and it's kind of it's not quite the Speedtail, but it's longer.
yeah.
For the LT, long tail is what it stands for. And it's got a big wing on it because I mean
Yeah.
you're 800 something horse, and that
That's
thing
an
is,
awesome car, man.
it's nuts because this right here is so much faster,
Yeah.
and yet you've got a daily cruiser. I mean, you can pull up to Publix, throw your stuff in, all your groceries. I think that thing, he was saying, can fit a golf bag. Like that's
Oh, easy. It's funny. There's some videos out there too on the internet where this kid goes with a Tesla and drag races up the drag strip, beats all these cars. Then he opens up the back and he's got all his groceries back there.
it's like I just smoked your Lamborghini
Yeah.
with my gallons of milk and.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go out here and then go to the end and we're just gonna have to take a chance and maybe get lucky to be able to launch it really hard,
I'm fine with that. Man, this area is beautiful. So this is just kind of outside of St. Petersburg?
Yeah, this is Tierra Verde area. It's where Fort DeSoto Park is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's real nice out here.
Yeah, we come down to St. Pete to the beach every now and then,
Yeah.
take the kids. We swing into downtown St. Pete.
Yeah, it's nice down here too.
Pop this little higher, stick out the window here.
it at night. You've seen those?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, the night videos with this? Oh my god.
That'd be fun. Yeah, because I have, they call it like the unicorn attachment.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You have that.
Yeah, I have that, and I can just, it has the 3M tape, and I can just attach it with the 3M tape, which holds it really secure, and it comes off clean, so it won't
Well, let's
scratch
do some of
anything.
those, man. I'll pay you a couple $100 and we'll go out and do it. How about that?
Oh, I'm fine with that, definitely.
Cool. I'll show you some. I'll have to look them up. I'll send them to you later, but some of my friends have done them. Man, they are, especially the ones at night. Oh my god.
Because the cool thing is, because it connects with Wi-Fi to my phone,
Oh,
so if we
really?
have it on the outside, I can set it up where we can see exactly what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So we can be like, oh, let's go adjust it, so we can then run back and kind of adjust a little bit, so we can come in and have a good idea what it actually looks like.
Oh, cool.
So you know, we can run stuff there. We can pop one off to the side. We say, hey, let's set up a couple of different recording points. So we'll run one here off the back where the exhaust is, and then let's shoot and let's run one off to the side. We can see kind of side of the car and get some different views, or from the top view.
I've got a couple GoPros. I'm not real good using them. You can use those too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because we could. I want to start trying to edit some video in of the 360 new. Yeah, like we have the inside, and then like trim in an outside portion of the 360 as well. So it's like, hey, here we are inside doing this, and now all of a sudden, bam, we have what it's like on the outside.
Well, people like those quick transitions too, where you're seeing different stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of like a movie mode almost.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why. Like, it's fun. Like with the 360 on the beach, like I have everything for my back, so I can put it behind me and just walk.
No way.
And so, people, because it disappears, it's almost like a drone flying over my head.
I can't believe how cool that is. I mean,
Yeah.
who came up with that?
Because like when I was like looking at the selfie stick, or just like this camera in general, it's like you would think that there would be a line.
Yeah.
Because you got two fish eyes, so you think there'd be a blind spot, but there's like there isn't one.
Yeah, I couldn't. I see. When I saw a stick out of one of my friend's car, I'm like, how do you know? And then I saw the video where it disappears. I mean,
It's
how incredibly cool is that?
Yeah, and the other thing is a lot of people don't realize is when you take a photo, or even with a video, they have things called like small world, where if you zoom out, you can just make it look like you can just see your car, and like it looks like you're on like this little world of things, like it's just like you're rolling on a ball.
No way. So here's
But anyway, yeah.
basically we're gonna put it on. Where'd it go on the drag strip mode? Push that. Now it's gonna start. See where it says drag strip?
Okay. Yes.
And it says conditioning for peak performance.
Make sure this is all locked.
So it's got to condition the batteries
Okay.
before it'll tell you, okay, you're okay to launch. We're gonna do a launch from the start, but
Okay.
you just feel just from 30 roll.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
That's insane,
crazy.
right?
Yeah, that's from 30.
That's from 30, like 30 to 90, like what? It seemed like a split second, right?
Yeah. This has to be somewhat of the closest feel to what it's like to be in like a jet fighter.
I'm sure, man.
When those things just take off. I'd love to see like this versus a jet fighter on a zero launch.
Oh my God, yeah. See, it says conditioning for peak performance, 2 minutes remaining. I think it takes 5 to 10, depending.
Okay. So it just heats up the batteries, gets everything warmed up. Because like, it's interesting. Like when I was in the 720S with 765, or even when I was in the Ford GT, when they put those in track mode,
Yeah.
you know, like the car also it sets itself up. The suspension gets tighter, it
Yeah.
lowers down.
Same thing like cheetah mode, yeah.
Yeah, but then it's so interesting. Like the car will actually like vibrate for a second, like
No
and
way.
then it just
That's pretty cool.
goes.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it just And with the traction control stuff, like, you know, you do that in the old Chevelles, the SS's, you're burning rubber.
Yeah.
You're sitting back smoking for a second. These maybe chirp, and then you're just gone.
That's the thing about these is that it's got all-wheel drive too, right?
Oh wow! Yeah.
So I mean, it just gets down the road.
Yeah, and I think this is one electric motor in the front, and then it's got two in the back for each wheel.
Yeah.
So that's just, yeah, it's beautiful out here. Big cargo ship in the distance.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Usually get usually the most people come out here to do the windsurfers and stuff, but
it's nice and quiet too. I have to talk to wife and stuff. The kids come out here and we got a nice beach.
Oh yeah, on the other side they have the picnic tables, and they got the fort. Yes, say it still has 2 minutes remaining. Hasn't gotten off that.
So when you went to the California, you said it was.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of chargers along the way, so you never have to worry about going out of charge
That's awesome.
on a long trip. I was amazed.
That's cool.
Okay, so now it went into red, where it says "See peak performance ready."
Okay.
So now we're ready to launch it.
Okay.
And
I got a good grip here, so I don't smack myself in the face.
it's pretty cool too, because it'll say how to launch, right? So you push on the left, push on the right.
Hold the brake. Get it lower down.
You see it? Preparing for launch.
Yeah, there's no sound. It's just wind.
Isn't that crazy?
And you have taken off. You're
yeah.
literally flying.
This will light up too. I didn't that time, but
No, that is crazy.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty intense. And that was just what quarter. I mean, what, quarter mile? Not a quarter mile. Like just a few blocks, really. It was already 111.
Yeah, I mean that is. You don't really get time to understand how fast you would go.
No, because you feel it's like
You're just back, like, you know, you can do that.
that's just crazy, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, it is. Yeah. What a feeling. I mean, no roller coaster can top that.
No. And it keeps going, man. Like, top speed is not like a supercar where I think right now it's like 170, maybe 160s, 160, 170. But I mean, you know, if you're like racing somebody, this, that, and the other, you're so far gone. It's now we'll go back into.
Oh yeah, your acceleration, and
Take
everything.
that.
I mean, if you're going a couple miles, then yeah, the top end they're going to come back on you.
Yeah.
But it's going to take them quite a distance
Oh, you're
to gather that back up.
Yeah, you're so far gone. But you're right though. There was a little bit of a sound, but man, it was pretty cool though, wasn't it?
I mean, but like even with that sound, it's like, is it just the sound from the wind, a little bit of the tires?
Yeah,
Like,
good question, right? You know, it's interesting, but you know, it looks kind of wide. Doesn't look real aero, but the drag coefficient is really low on these cars. I think one thing that helps too is the bottom is all solid. It's all like a NASCAR underneath there.
Okay.
Because it's funny because there was a guy at the drag strip the other day, and he actually broke down on his Tesla at the starting grid, and tow truck came by and he looks underneath. He goes, "There's no place to put my hook," so they had to use the hook for the up front, but the tow hook. It has a tow hook thing up there, but
you see it driving down the road, you know, you're like, oh, it's a Tesla. You know,
Yeah.
people don't understand that is the fastest car.
I mean, that was crazy.
I mean, that's what's nuts. Like, you pull up into shows and you'll see, you know, Longtails, P1, 765, Senna's, you know, Aventador, any of them. You like, yeah, I'm faster.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, just pure straight line speed. You know, that's it right there.
And your whole family gets out.
Yeah, with the full of groceries in the trunk. You know.
Yeah, this is.
I think there's the fastest Tesla, I think, with full interior, I believe is 898, something like that. So there's some tracks that are requiring this. Like, if you go to Sunshine Speedway, they'll make you, well, obviously you got the helmet, they'll make you wear a full fire suit too.
Oh, okay.
And pretty soon they actually, some tracks you may even have to have a parachute on this car if you get in the 8s. But you can see, that's why you got to upgrade the brakes, because, man, launching like that, you know, you get down the road so fast, eventually you got to stop this big thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, like, I couldn't really see the calipers, but if you looked at the Porsche Taycans, their brake calipers are they look like half the size of the rotor. I mean, they are huge.
Oh, yeah. Well, Porsche is known for, I mean, they're, from all the racing heritage, they have some of the best brakes, just like Corvettes, you know. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, because I heard some people are knocking, like, oh, Teslas, when they have road noise, and sometimes, like, they're a little shaky or rattly.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
Not in this one. I mean, it's, you know, little things here and there, but they're pretty solid.
Yeah, the rides, you know, as you're saying, like, you went across country, and I could comfortably ride distance.
It's actually really good. I mean, these things are pretty dang smooth. And this is what, it came stock with these Pirelli P0s, which are not my favorite tire. If you put a better tire on here too, it'd be even better. I would do like a Michelin 4S on it.
That's just it. You put an all-terrain tire, you're still smoking these cars with the low profile, high-end exotics.
Oh yeah.
And you're able to drive in the rain, snow, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can pull a truck out of the snow because of all the torque.
It would be
all-wheel drive.
Man, it would be cool to do crazy stuff like that. Put a hitch on it, and then, you know, what if you race somebody with a trailer? You probably still beat them, man. That'd be a good video.
Yeah, we should try to set something up.
Put the 360 on the trailer.
Man.
Yeah.
Line up a few big boys.
Yeah, and I'll have a trailer.
And you pull
with some concrete in there or something, you know? Some hay bales.
All right, guys, we had to even the playing ground by pulling a trailer.
All right, let me hook up my trailer, guys. A couple ATVs in it or something.
You know, I appreciate everything you vets do for us, and hopefully, you know, you guys enjoy these videos. I appreciate you sharing your car with us there, David.
Yeah, man, thanks for your service too, man.
No problem.
I appreciate you guys, man. Anything we can do to help out, man, we're ready to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.